I will say this, Mark. What gives you the right to trash talk? That's the thing I had to say, bro. You don't. What are you trash talking for? Your history in this show is getting smacked around most of the time. You are not in the position to trash talk this dude. Um, I just finished the season finale of Invincible. I had to talk about this. I'm gonna give a heads up right now. There's gonna be some spoiler talk. Um, I'm just gonna let you know now. This episode was insane, and I don't even know that's the right way. It's whatever stronger word than that. I'm gonna let you know now. There's gonna be some spoiler talk, but I'm gonna talk about this episode, but also my rating of this whole season, since this is the season finale of Invincible of season 3, and I'm gonna do that later. But I have to talk about this episode with Conquest, bro. And just in case people don't know, because I've said this before, but some people might be new. I have not read the Invincible comics, so a lot of this stuff is new to me. I did not know this was how it was going to turn out. I did not. I'm avoiding comics for the most part. There are some things that I've been spoiled with, not with this, but like other stuff that to be real, I don't really remember. Well, that's good. But there was a few things I was spoiled in, but overall, I'm not making efforts to look at comics and all that stuff because I want this feeling that I just had watching this. This episode, to be real with y'all, I said it before this episode started. I said this battle is going to have big shoes to fill because, in my opinion, the greatest battle still is, and the most intense moment is when Omni-Man fought his son. That in season 1 shocked the heck out of me. You know, like I said, I come into this show fresh, so I was like, what the heck is like, how you stop this man? You know, what's going to happen to Mark? All this other stuff. I do not know. I did not know how it was going to end. This episode filled season 1 shoes and then some. And I have to say, it's not just of the battle. It's Conquest himself. Shout out to whoever's in charge of choosing the voice actors, because having Jeffrey Dean Morgan, a.k.a. Negan from Walking Dead, the comedian from Watchmen, having Jeffrey Dean Morgan was genius. I already thought that was an awesome move last episode when you saw him say, "Get ready for my arrival, Worm." But it was more for the fact that it was Negan and forgot his name, but the guy who plays Invincible. If you know Walking Dead, you know the moment those two had. The same two actors had in Walking Dead. So I thought it was cool just for nostalgia to have something that a crazy moment that happened in Walking Dead, those same actors meet up in this situation. This episode took that excitement to a whole different level. Jeffrey Dean Morgan was made to be Conquest. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the writing for Conquest, but it's not just the writing. The deliverance that Jeffrey Dean Morgan has on top of the psychotic look this dude Conquest is. This is literally, I'm not even going to front. It literally, and I said this as I was watching it. This felt like if Negan has superpowers. It was literally like Jeffrey Dean Morgan took Negan and said, I'm going to put that same character in Invincible. I can't even say he's more psychotic. He talked and sounded insane just like Negan when he first appeared. And it was something how Jeffrey D. Morgan has this terrifying voice. It's smooth. He talks very smooth, but it's terrifying in the stuff he be saying. Like, spoiler alert, he looked at, dude, I was like, what? When Oliver came to help Mark, Conquest was like, oh, I'm glad you're here. Now I'm going to rip you in half and eat your heart out. Like, dude, the way I'm saying it doesn't even give it justice how Jeffrey D. Morgan did it. He did not care. This is total. If you haven't seen it, well, I'm pretty sure you're not watching this because I'm spoiling some, but this is definitely a terrifying episode. And it delivered in the perfect way. In my opinion, if Jeffrey D. Morgan did not play Conquest, it would not have felt the same. Bro, I've been a Jeffrey D. Morgan fan. This might be one of his best work outside of Negan, because I still think Negan, the comedian, he did good on that in Watchmen as well. This brother, and let me just get to Conquest. Shout out Jeffrey D. Morgan. Let me get to Conquest. I knew from how it was built up that he was going to be like super strong. I didn't expect him to be crazy insane. Like this brother, when Mark was hitting him, he had blood on his mouth, made a bubble out of it, took the bubble, and made a little heart sign to Mark with the blood bubble. Where even Mark's like, huh? And like, you can see my hair crazy because I was doing this a lot. Like, I'm sorry, I just happened to notice how crazy look my hair is. Because I was watching it like this. Like, what the heck? Bro, this dude made a bubble heart out of his own blood. The stuff he was saying to Mark, psychotic is not even the word. And the delivery by Jeffrey D. Morgan made it terrifying. And I got to give props, though. I got to give props to Mark, Invincible, because I was saying, I'm like, bro, if this is another episode of Mark versus Viltrumite and all Mark does is get tossed around everywhere, I'm going to be annoyed. Because he got tossed around by Omni-Man. Makes sense. He got tossed around by Anissa. Makes sense. I was like, dang, Anissa was just straight up embarrassed at him with no attitude in her face at all, just and tearing him apart. I was like, okay, it's being built up that Conquest is stronger, but Mark's been training, doing all that stuff. Can we see? I didn't expect Mark to win, but I was like, can we see some fight back? And shout out to Invincible, he did that. Even though he got on my last nerve with him stopping and being distracted by either Adam, Eve, or Oliver. Like, bro, even Conquest said, how about you focus? But I'm going to get back to Conquest in a minute. But I wanted to give props to Mark. As much as he was getting on my nerves halting, someone like Conquest, especially you think after getting your butt spanked by the other two Viltrumites, you're like, okay, let me focus 100% on this guy. I'll focus on everybody else later. But no, he was stopping. I'm like, bro, would you keep fighting? And then something crazy what happened to Mark. I'm like, come on, man. But back to I gotta talk about Conquest, bro. He literally put Mark into the same situation that Omni-Man did to him in season 1. I literally was like, not again. You remember the train when Omni-Man did that? Conquest basically did the same thing, not into a train, but the same way held Mark and ran. I was like, bro. And Mark had to live through that twice. This dude looking at a little kid, bro, I even laughed. I laughed, bro, when Oliver wanted to help Omni-Man after Conquest was beating him to a pulp. And Oliver's like, let me help. And Conquest's like, yeah, let him help. You need a break. He said, how about you take a break? Talking to Invincible. How about you take a break? Then he just smacks him across over where. And, dude, no mercy to Oliver. The stuff he was saying. Bro, I could go on for a while. I know that. Bro, oh my goodness. I'm so glad I stayed up tonight because I said I was going to watch it tomorrow. I'm so glad I stayed up to watch it at midnight. That got my heart racing. My heart is racing right now. What Conquest was, I didn't expect that. I know people who read comics probably did. I didn't because I'm fresh to this franchise. I'm learning as I'm watching. And bro, the stuff. Shout out to Adam Eve. She was trying everything. I love how her and Mark and Oliver was trying their best. And I'm so glad Mark snapped. I was like, bro, you gonna have to go to a dark place, bro, to take this dude out. And he did, and they got the job done. But Cecil and your dumb self. Well, I understand where Cecil's coming from, but it was like, bro, I understand what you're going through. There has to be another way. You can't leave this monster that Cecil was even saying throughout the whole episode. This monster, who's much stronger than Omni-Man and Anissa and Mark. He even said that and still said when he wakes up, I want to ask him some questions. What? You sent a crazy beam to Omni-Man in outer space, and it did no damage in season 1. What do you think that facility is going to do to this guy? That was frustrating, but I will say Cecil had one of the best reactions earlier in that episode. It was like Cecil could not catch a break. He walked into his office. Now we got to deal with this? And dude, he had the best reaction because I ain't going to front. I think we all would have acted like that. After everything that happened in episode 7 with all them different dimension marks, stuff before that, Cecil's trying, like, that brother's trying to break, excuse me, trying to bring things together. Then this big monster shows up out of nowhere. Cecil had the best reaction. I ain't gonna front. I was laughing. I was like, I feel you, homie. I'll be talking sometimes if I'm on TV by myself. I'm like, I feel you, homie. I feel you, bro. Like that. Like y'all can't catch. And shout out to like Invincible can't catch a break. This dude's been fighting crazy death battles since he was 19. It's like, bro, or younger than that. But I just want to sit here and talk about Conquest. But I'm gonna talk about some other things. But Conquest, bro. The stuff, bro, he had a moment where I'm sitting there like, which I did this a lot, but in the middle of battle, which by the way, there was some damage happening to Conquest, and it was like, okay, things are starting to go the good guy's way in a way, but it still didn't bother Conquest mentally. He had Mark down to the ground, and then whispers in his ear, "I'm so lonely. Nobody cares about," with the most psychotic look. In the middle of battle, by the way, Homelander, Invincible looking at him like he's near death right now. He's sitting there just talking about his life. Nobody cares about me. This and that, and this, oh, my life, this and this. Then he looks right back at him. Now take that to your grave. He was like, you're not going to tell anybody what I just said. You got Conquest in here opening up his heart to Invincible, the guy he wants to kill. But because of this battle, and like he said, he thanks Mark for cutting loose. He felt it was necessary. He really thought that Mark, in a weird way, he really treated Mark like he was a friend. It was like, bro, this dude is about to rip your. He said it multiple times. I'm gonna eat your heart, but I'm gonna share a personal feeling, something from the. I was like, bro, I ain't trying to hear that. It did just to look at it after he just shares his heart, looks at Invincible. Now take that to your grave and try to kill. I was like, bro, this dude is insane. He's like, I wanna thank you, Mark. You know, this gives me great joy. After he just killed thousands of people again, beat Mark to death, and almost ripping a little kid off. He was about to rip Oliver in half and told the kid, I'm gonna eat your heart in the process. All this other stuff, and he's literally, and the funniest, craziest part was he was sincere with that thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And like I said, the delivery that Jeffrey Dean Morgan did made it even more sinister and crazy. Thank you so much. I really I'm like, and all you got to do is sit there and listen to him talk, because that's the time you can get a break and rest up to get your energy back, which made Conquest even more crazy because he wanted Mark to get a break. Take a break. Breathe. I'm going to kill these people over. That's how he felt. Take a breath. I'm going to kill these people real quick, and then we'll get back to what we're doing. It's like, what? Adam and Eve. Oh, bro, what he did to Eve, I was like, oh my goodness. I seriously thought that was the end. I was like, is this, what? What? I was like, bro. And I knew those magic tricks she was doing was not going to last. I was like, these are magic tricks, bro. This is not going to last. Like, let's not forget in season 2 what it looked like in a different universe when Omni-Man and Invincible were bad guys, and what Mark did to Eve with ease. So, Conquest, that was not doing anything to him. But I love the fight those two had, and Oliver, bro. Whew, this episode was a lot. Let me see. I've been talking for almost 15 minutes. I don't want to talk too much, but whew, there's more I want to go into with that. Oh, I have to say this. I am so glad the creators of this show let this battle be the main focus. It wasn't you saw a battle for like 2 minutes, then they went and started doing this other stuff. Battle for 2 minutes, then went back to this other stuff. Granted, they had like 2 scenes for about 30 seconds. Or like 2 minutes where you saw the mom tell Oliver to be careful when he wanted to help. And like Cecil, like, what in the heck? Like, how are we supposed to handle this? That was it. Outside of that, they took, I think the episode was like 45, 46 minutes. They took 20 minutes straight, 25 minutes of just a battle. It was not short-lived. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, it was the animations was better, got better. Even though I think it got better in last episode too with the other marks. But the battles were, no scene was left undone. I'll put it that way. There was no wasted scene. And yeah, bro, Conquest made this season a whole lot better than what I was going to say it was. Oh my goodness, that's a season finale. And then of course it has this post-credit scenes and stuff to show you at the end of the episode that leads for the next year. I don't know when the new season is, but and of course, they had the funeral for Rex, which was sad and stuff like that. And you see the this situation made Mark and Eve even closer. Personally, I'm gonna be real with you. Now I'm gonna start just talking about the whole season. Personally, this is just me. I don't really care much about the relationship between Eve and Invincible. It's not bad. It's not like that other one that he was with. What was her name? I wanted to forget about her from season 1. His Mark's first girlfriend. That was just cringy and hard to watch. I'm not saying that for Adam and Eve and Invincible. I just, for me, it's like, okay, let's let that be short-lived and let's get back to some crazy, especially when you see people like Conquest, Omni-Man, Omni-Man, Battle Beast, which I'm glad they did show him a little bit in this episode. When you see all these other characters, that relationship between Adam, Eve, and Invincible is not something I don't really need to see that. And I hope in future seasons, someone said that it's a lot of drama between them two later. I'm like, I don't want to see that. That's one thing I am tired about these superhero with their lady things is they always, Peter Parker always got to have issues with Mary Jane. This always got to have issues. It's like, no, can they just stay happy together? And, they're already dealing with enough out there with who they fighting. Let's not, hopefully they change that from the comics, if that's true, with their issues, and just keep them good, close in together. But this season, I ain't going to front. I didn't think nothing was going to be season 1. Because season 1 surprised the heck out of me. I did not expect episode 1 and season 1 to be like that with Omni-Man. I didn't know what to expect. Someone told me to watch it. I checked it out. And I was like, after episode 1, I was like, what just happened? Wait, what? And then after everything that happened, season 1, season 1, bro, I didn't expect it. But with that episode with Battle Beast and Allen, which by the way is still one of my favorite episodes in this whole series, with that, on top of the Mark invasions, on top of this Conquest, this might be the best. Yeah, this is the best season. This is the best. This is an upgrade. When you upgrade to better than what you've shown, that always makes it better. Because season 2, I was having my doubts. Because season 2 had its moments, but overall, outside of a couple scenes, I don't need to go back to season 2 of Invincible. Outside of a couple scenes, it was slow for me. And certain situations didn't feel as threatening as it did in season 1 and 3. And, when Anissa showed up, I was like, uh-oh. But that was short-lived. And, but season 3 cranked it up, and I hope they keep going. I'm glad in this season Mark has a little bit more fight. I would have been annoyed if all he did was get tossed around like, just like a doll everywhere. Which he still did, but he fought back. And I will say this. Mark, what gives you the right to trash talk? That's the thing I had to say. Bro, what are you trash talking for? Your history in this show is getting smacked around most of the time. You are not in the position to trash talk this dude. Do you want to trash talk Conquest? You think you can stand up to this? Like, I was like, wait, what the? You think you can still win this or something like that? And then Conquest, oh my goodness. You talk about a moment where you shutting somebody's mouth up. When Omni-Man, when Invincible was trash talking and said, you think you can handle this? That response that Conquest had, he's like, oh, absolutely. Boom. And that one, I was like, dang, you just had to open up your mouth. But that was so out of character. I'm like, why are you talking? Like, you did not just get smacked around by the other Viltrumites before. Even when you was fighting with your father in season 2, the other 2 Viltrumites, Omni-Man had to sit there and grab your shirt and say, would you focus? And you over here trash talking one of the most dangerous ones right now. You better, dude. Come on, man. I ain't gonna fry. I was glad Mark was fighting back, but bro. First, stop hesitating, which I'm glad I did. He told Oliver. He said, "From here on in, anybody threatening my family stuff, I'm just gonna kill him." Good, because this hesitation is getting ridiculous. Angstrom, all these other people. This hesitation is getting ridiculous. Like, I understand your mindset and all, but this is different. These people are going to kill you on spot and kill everybody else. You know, and then you're dealing with people that's mostly stronger than you, bro. It's like, come on, man. But, bro, I can go on for a while to talk about every detail of that fight, but I'm not. I will say this, though. This episode was if Negan had powers. Because I ain't going to front. If we watched Walking Dead right now, that first season when Negan was in there, if they just wanted to go crazy and give Negan superpowers like the Viltrumite, I don't see him doing anything different. He would have. That's why I said Jeffrey D. Morgan made that character. Because all I saw when I was looking at Conquest was Jeffrey D. Morgan. The attitude, the look, everything, the words he was saying. I wouldn't even be surprised if Jeffrey D. Morgan wrote his own script there. Or the same writer that he had in Walking Dead was in this episode. Because it let me know in the comment section if you feel me on this. It felt like the same guy in Walking Dead was in this show. And I loved it, bro. I loved it. Every little thing, every word he said, how he acted, his insane storytelling in the middle of battle, him acting like he cares, but he really don't. He's trolling. You know, take a break. I'm gonna go kill these people real quick. Just stay right here. You're beat up. You need to rest a little bit. I'll be back, bro. Bro. Jeffrey D. Morgan. Man. Hopefully I see more of you. Like I said, I don't know the storylines. I don't know what happens after this, but man, I thought it would have been cool if Omni-Man and Alan showed up. But I ain't gonna front. Conquest is somebody that Battle Beast would love. Now, who will win that battle? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know that one. I would say Battle Beast, but man, bro. I was like, Nolan, you have to show up now, bro. You have to show up again and save your son. I think, yeah. Nolan, Alan, with Invincible, they would have took Conquest down easily, but whew, that was a lot. In a good way. That's how you do a season finale. Hopefully, the next season don't take that long. You know, but man. Shout out to everybody whoever was in charge of the voice acting. Not just Conquest, but everybody. You think Angstrom, Cecil, Invincible, Nolan, Alan. These are A-tier actors for these roles. And I'm not talking about A-tier like celebrity. I'm talking about perfect choices for this role. It works perfectly. Honestly, now seeing this episode, I couldn't see anybody else doing Conquest. That was made for Jeffrey D. Morgan. Bro. And if you know Walking Dead, you know exactly what I mean when I say that this was literally Negan with superpowers. Literally. It was terrifying, and I ain't gonna front. I loved every minute of it. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to say this one, I'll have to get this an 8. 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Bro, there were a couple episodes that I wish, they could have moved on with it, but it didn't. It was nowhere near like season 2. When the Battle Beast episode got me so excited, and then the war with the Invincibles was insane. To only start to end that episode with "Get ready for my arrival, worm," and then, bro, he lived up to the hype. Because I was hyped after that last episode when he showed up and they running up to each other like this at the end. This episode lived up to the hype. I am so excited. Please build up to this. Don't let it be a dull season like season 2 was. Let it keep going. And I'm looking forward to see what happens. I'm looking forward to see what happened to Alan and Nolan. I thought they would show something. They didn't show anything of them. They showed some of Battle Beasts, and that was interesting. To see his effectiveness with being in space. But you also see all the tests and stuff of the Viltrumite he was fighting. It was like, oh, he ripped that Viltrumite apart. But yes, that was it. They got some of it to it. I just had to release my excitement, tell you my thoughts on season finale, and also a piece of season 3 of what I thought. Season 3 was well done. Had some slow moments in season 3, but it paid off. It paid off. Thank you guys so much too. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you later.